morning. We're back this morning on the second day of January 2026. I'm going to have a hard time remembering that. Piper Peach Radio, Morning Mayhem. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Hope you're planning on having a great weekend and a great new year. I'm so excited to get to talk to Jason and Brook. They're the Smiths, but we don't know them. We know them as the Cog Hill Farm folks. And man, you guys, I love watching all your videos. And you've even got a kids channel going now. And this is amazing. Thank you for coming on with us.
Well, thank y'all for inviting us.
You do a great job. Let me ask you, of course, for people that don't know what Cog Hill Farms is, tell me about what y'all do so we get a basis for what you do.
We are a small local farm here in Chilton County, and we pretty much just document our life.
It's wonderful. Now, you have animals.
Lots.
I was going to say lots of animals. How did all this start? Have you always wanted to have a farm? Do you farm other than having the animals? What do you do on Cog Hill Farms?
It originally started out, we did originally live in the city limits of Selma, Alabama in a neighborhood.
Reason being, I didn't want to live outside the city. I was a city girl, and I didn't want to. That was kind of like, this is what we have to do. We're going to get married. We have to live in the city.
Right. I want to be near the stores and the shops and all that. Even in Selma.
That was the main hospital.
Was it Vaughn Memorial Hospital in Selma?
Yeah. We lived right down
almost
the road
across the street from it.
Right, there you go. So you were in Selma, Alabama.
Yes.
What made you decide to change that?
I finally convinced Brooke, let's move out into the country. And long story short, this is really crazy, but long story short, my family had some property that they didn't know they owned.
Really?
Yeah, it's just crazy. So what happened was there was an old family cemetery from the 1800s on this property. It was basically 5 acres of land. And the cemetery was really small, probably a quarter of an acre, I'm guessing. It was really small. And we knew about the cemetery, and the family all knew about the cemetery, but they thought that my grandmother let it go back to the state because my parents never got any paperwork on it or anything. Well, when Mom reached out to us, she said, hey, we got some land we didn't know we had. So when Valley Grande Incorporated, because they made themselves a city now instead of just a rural community, they went around to everybody and said, hey, you got to sign off on your land. And that's when they made Mom sign off on it, and there was this 5 acres there. My grandmother had turned the whole 5 acres into a cemetery because you don't pay taxes on a cemetery. So we had to go back and change it back how it was, and that's how we got the land and moved to the country.
So the Cog Hill Farms is in Valley Grande.
The original one.
The original one.
The original one was in Valley Grande, and that's how the name Cog Hill Farm came about.
I wondered.
Yeah, so we lived there. I don't know how many years we lived there before we decided, hey, we want some chickens. And then that was the gateway. That was the gateway drug.
Yeah. Pulled you into animals.
Chickens are the marijuana of the animals.
They
That's
are.
exactly right.
And that's just true.
And it just grew from there. And we started a Facebook page because we got into about local raised food. We started up doing eggs. Then we started doing meat chickens. And so we said, we got to name the farm. We lived on a road called Cog Hill Road.
All right, there's the name.
There's the name.
Cog Hill Road.
And at the time, we had no idea that we were going to start a YouTube channel and it grow like it was. And I always tell people all the time, that are starting out on YouTube or social media or whatever, and this is something that you really want to do, don't name it after your street. Because at the time, we wanted to be semi-private and didn't want people to know where we lived. And here was our channel named after the road we lived on.
So you moved.
We ended up moving 4 years ago, right?
That's right. We kind of outgrew the small, while 5 acres sounds large, a lot of it was wooded.
Yeah.
And so we were only able to have animals and farm in about an acre of that.
That is small for
It was. And we knew in order to grow and to have more animals, we needed more land. And that's when we found 40 acres in Chilton County.
Yep, in Billingsley.
In Billingsley. Okay, good deal. So you're not naming it Billingsley
No.
Road Farms.
No.
Okay.
Well, it was established by this time.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
Yeah.
You were Cog Hill.
Yeah.
So does your family still have the cemetery land?
Yes, we still
Good.
have the cemetery land, but we did sell the land or where our house was, but
Yeah,
we did
that
keep the
acre
cemetery
or so,
part
yeah.
in the family. Yes.
Well, good. Has it got your people buried in it?
It does.
Okay, good.
Yeah, matter of fact,
That's kind of neat.
there's a gentleman called Dr. George Phillips, and he's the one who's my great grandfather. I think that's how many greats it is. But he's the one that went in with William Rufus King, the vice president, and
vice
started
president.
Selma Land Company. And so he
He'd
is
also
one
been
of the
governor, hadn't he, of the state? Wasn't William Rufus King
I don't know if he was
governor
governor of the state or not.
before he was vice president?
But he's buried in there.
Is he
Yeah,
really?
yep.
That's really cool.
Yep,
Valley
he's buried in
Grand
there, yep.
area. All right, so now you're in Billingsley,
Yes.
and you've got a little more land.
Yes.
So then what happened?
Oh goodness. We grew. We moved out to Billingsley, and we documented it all, the whole farm transformation. When we got there, it didn't look like anything it does now. There was no infrastructure, there was no housing, anything like that. It was kind of a big overgrown pasture that had been neglected for many years. And so we built a house, and then the next year was a barn, and then our animals grew. It's
So you got
crazy.
chicken, pigs. Tell me
Chicken-
everything you got, pretty much.
chickens, pigs, peacocks, emus, cows, horses, goats, donkeys,
Turkeys,
turkeys, geese, ducks.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing.
The Billingsley
Pigeons.
Menagerie.
Yes,
That's
it.
right. That's
That's what
exactly
it
right.
And we think we probably have the largest cow in Alabama.
Do you really?
Yeah,
We
I know
think
in
we
Chilton
do.
County by far.
So we're on our new 40 acres of property, and we get a phone call from someone that we are acquainted with, and she makes the statement that there's a cow that needs to be rehomed, and wanted to know if we would take it. And we're kind of we're not a certified rescue, however, we have been known to take in animals that are in
Need help. Yeah.
Yeah, and this cow was in that situation because he was basically getting in her backyard where she had goats and it belonged to the neighbor,
Chain link backyard, I must say. It's not big backyard.
and was just, the owners agreed to have him rehomed and wanted to know if we would be that home. And so we said, okay, we'll go look at him.
But you hadn't seen
we
hadn't seen him yet.
We
Haven't
hadn't
seen
seen
him
him
yet,
yet.
no.
And at the time, we only have a 2-horse trailer. So we take it with us just in case we're able to get him that day when we go look at him. We get there, and he is the biggest cow I've ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, we don't have any cows yet.
Oh,
No.
this is your first
This
This
is
is
cow.
our
our
first
first
cow
cow.
ever.
This bull is your first cow.
Yeah, steer.
He's a
Steer,
steer.
okay,
He's
good.
a steer. He's a Holstein steer. We didn't know what he was. We just knew he was a black and white cow that had been fixed. He's standing in her backyard under her daughter's swing set, and literally his back was under the swing set.
No way.
And so, Jason's like, Brooke, I just don't think we can get this cow.
It made me nervous because he was so big.
So big.
Yeah. And
So
Did he fit in your horse trailer?
We brought a food bucket with us, and lo and behold, the cow just jumped up in the trailer, and we shut the door.
Yes.
And he was that big.
He was
Yes.
that big. And from that point forward, he has grew
And
and
grew
grew
and
and
grew.
grew. It's kind of like
And grew.
the
You mean he's bigger now?
oh my
Oh.
goodness.
His back, the last time we measured him, his back, not his head, his back was 6'4".
Holy cow.
Our veterinarian says he's the biggest cow he has ever
ever
seen,
seen.
and he's actually the state veterinarian.
If you do, they got these measuring tapes that you use to measure and try to weigh, what a cow weighs. And
Right.
if you use that, he's around 3,000 pounds.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he's massive.
Oh, holy
Literally,
cow.
that's pretty good.
yeah, holy cow. That's right.
What's always funny is that fans or anybody that we know see him on the videos. I think, man, he's big.
You
But
can't
it's
tell.
But when
nothing
you go see him in person,
in person.
I was
monster.
out feeding last week,
and
and
is he still sweet natured?
oh, he's
yes.
wonderful.
Like a big dog,
But
kind
he
of?
Giant
doesn't realize
puppy.
his strength.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
gotta
he
be
swings
careful.
his head
Yeah.
and he's happy, but he doesn't realize he could send you to the moon
Right.
with one knock of the head.
Right.
You can do whatever you want to with him. You can brush him, pet him. You could ride him if you wanted to.
Oh, you could. Last week.
What's his name?
Moody.
Moody?
Moody.
Yep.
He had the name before we
Oh, okay.
got him.
You know, there's a huge cow that is a phenom on TikTok and all. His name is Rufus. And Rufus is also known to be really mean.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
yeah,
Eats
so
those
this-
little cream pies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking.
Yeah, and the guy that shoots his video with Rufus always has to stay behind a tree
Oh, my
Oh
goodness.
because
my
he's
goodness.
afraid Rufus
Yeah,
will
no,
or
no,
hurt
no,
him.
no. We have to do
No.
that.
But Rufus is surly, if you'll remember. And there's another bull that really doesn't like the guy, but Rufus will protect, the man.
him, even
Wow.
though
But
he's
then-
surly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He literally stops traffic. We had an 18-wheeler
Yeah, he does
last
stop
week
traffic.
stop on the side of the road, and he started walking up to the fence, and he said, "Don't mind me, ma'am. I'm just taking a picture of your big cow over there."
You're a big cow.
He's so big, and this was before he is now. We had him in a pasture. We had just regular fencing, just regular pasture fencing. We hardly ever leave the farm. And we left this day to go. We were having the house built at the time, and the contractor calls us. We're in North Alabama. And says, "Hey, Moody's out." I'm like, "Oh no! How in the world did Moody get out?" Luckily, the contractor's wife is a cattle farmer, so he's around cows, no problem. He gets Moody put back up. He says, "I got Moody put back up." About 2 hours later, he calls us back, says, "Moody's back out again." And he said, "I figured out how he's getting out." I said, "How?" He's just stepping over the fence.
He's that big.
Yeah.
He just steps over
Just
the
steps
fence.
over the
He
fence.
steps over the
Yeah.
fence.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he pushed it over. He just stepped over
Just
it.
stepped over it.
Yeah.
Oh
So now
my
we have to
God.
put a hot wire at
Oh,
the
yeah.
top to keep him from just stepping over the fencing. Yeah.
That's so
Or we'd have to
cool.
get a high, one of those 10-foot fencing, I guess.
When you do all this stuff, you've documented your lives
yes.
on the farm on on your YouTube and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've added other channels, right?
Yes, yes.
Now I like the Mrs. Cog Hill segments too. I saw where you were actually working on an aviary. Is that right?
Yes.
Y'all
we
have an aviary?
We
We
do.
do.
We have an aviary. We have 2 special pigeons that are very rare for Alabama.
Are they
It's a
like-
Victorian crown pigeon? It's actually the largest pigeon.
About the
Really?
size of a turkey.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know pigeons got that big.
They do.
Victorian crown pigeons.
Victoria crown pigeon.
Probably a good idea. You've got those put up around
Yes,
here. I
it
was
probably is. But
a
one
good
of our
idea.
cog squad is what we call our
fans.
our followers and our fans. A lady from Texas actually reached out to me and wanted to rehome the pair to us. And they're very valued, and well, you just need a special area for them.
Yep.
I guess so. They're-
And our daughter,
You
who
don't-
has just turned 16, this was probably 3 years ago, is a bird fanatic. And so that's the reason that she wanted to rehome them. She knew we would take good care of them, and it would make her heart happy as well.
So now, do these birds stay in your aviary?
Yes.
All right. Do they any other birds in there with them?
Just a few doves.
Doves.
Ducks. Okay.
Doves.
What about the emus? Emus?
Mm-hmm.
Is it emu or emu?
Emu. We say emu.
Emu. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I usually say. But
Yeah.
so I've heard they're tasty.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, sorry, they're like steak. Anyway, are they mean?
No. No. Our first emu
I know
is...
ostrich. You don't have any ostriches.
No, we've
they're
been
mean.
asked. Yeah. The males
they'll
can
hurt
be
you.
mean. Yeah, the males can be mean. The emus, I guess they can be, but ours have been all hand raised. The first one was, his name's Nugget, a little bitty. We raised him. We actually lived inside the house for
Did you really?
several months. Yeah, but he's again a puppy dog. All of our animals are extremely nice. That's kind of how our
pets.
channel is. They're all pets. So if you like animals and pets and farm
it.
animals, yeah, that's what we attract, because the emu will just lay right in your lap and just
Really?
pet him like a dog. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And
What-
everybody gets along.
Everybody gets
They do,
along.
really?
All of
They
our
do.
animals are pretty much together. Yeah, everybody gets along.
That's amazing.
And they're all fed different feeds, too.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge.
I was gonna say, how is it just the two of you doing all
Yes,
this?
It
pretty
is.
much.
And your daughter, maybe? Do you
Yes.
have any other kids?
No.
Nope.
Just you and y'all in the.
Yes.
So all 3 of y'all can handle all this.
Well, we try. we give it our best.
I've
Yes.
got to know what's next.
Oh, goodness.
Oh goodness.
Camels?
A camel would be cool.
That would be good. Giraffes?
I
Giraffes.
think let's leave it at maybe swans, if anything.
Yes,
A
swan.
pair of
Brook
swans are on
swans,
my
yeah.
list.
Have you got any horses?
We
Three.
take
Ponies?
3.
We got 3 horses. They're
You
all
could get a
rescues.
zebra.
Yep.
We could.
Or as the British say, zebra.
We could. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. No bison yet?
No.
No
40
bison.
acres.
40 acres.
40 acres.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got plenty of room.
Oh, we do.
You
We
put-
do got plenty
I
of
try,
space.
to,
And you do
I
have-
try to convince them sometimes. He's
I have
my,
to, I
he's
have to
my
reel them
holdback.
in. I have to reel them in.
Hey,
Really?
Yeah.
The next step for Cog Hill Farms could be rhino rescue.
Rhino.
Oh, goodness.
Rhino.
Rhino rescue.
Right.
Yeah, because, those rhino horns are
Very
they're,
valuable.
they're,
You're not-
valuable, and people kill them
Now you
just
get
for
into
their horns.
poaching. You don't want to
Oh,
do that.
we don't want to do that.
No,
We
no,
got-
I'm saying you just...
you don't want to tempt folks in the area. You got cattle thief. You don't want to. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't want a rhino rustler.
That's true. Well, what about, you said you have mules?
Donkeys.
Oh, you don't have a mule.
I have a mule. We got donkeys.
I think
and
donkeys seem like they are really characters.
very
is your-
much so.
is your
yes.
donkey a-
Oh my
how many you got?
goodness, we got 2.
Are they both characters?
They both really are, but one of them is makes. We have several animals on the farm that have more character than others, and to me, Jessie is one of the donkeys, and she's a miniature donkey. She's probably about this tall, and she makes me laugh so hard. And then lovely Loretta, all of our animals got names. We got
Lovely
lovely
Loretta.
Loretta, who is a rescue pig that's deaf. She's probably got more character than anybody. I mean,
And she's deaf?
Oh my
She's
gosh,
deaf.
she will make you laugh so hard.
Oh,
She has a friend. He's not her husband. He's been fixed. But he snores really, really loudly.
Really,
so
you can hear him across
it's
the
a good
farm.
thing Loretta
Is
can't
deaf.
hear.
Yeah.
really? They
Yes.
stay together all the
All the
time.
time.
They were made for each
That's
other.
Gus.
then.
Gus
the loud
Gus.
snore and the
Yes,
deaf.
absolutely.
Yeah. My wife
Can't
would
make
probably
that
like
up.
to be deaf. At that point, I am. So I'm 50 years of headphones. I'm deaf as a post without my hearing aids. But now you do your show, the Miss Cog Hill. Tell me about that.
I try to veer away from what we do on a weekly basis on the main channel. I try to incorporate some cooking, and we have a freeze dryer, which is a machine that preserves food for up to 25 years if
Right.
packaged correctly. I show some of that, and I'm not much of a gardener. I kind of leave that to Jason, and I just kind of do my own thing, and it's things that you wouldn't normally see.
Well,
on
I
the
saw
main
you get
channel.
up on a ladder and fix the aviary.
Oh yeah.
You were up there with a drill up
Yeah.
way high.
Yeah, I mean, I can do what he does. I just try to veer the content away.
I think
from
it's great. Now, what do y'all freeze dry? Vegetables, meat?
yes,
Everything.
everything.
Really?
we've
Everything.
experimented with everything from little Debbie Christmas trees, the little snack
I
cakes.
love those.
Yes.
Turns it into like a cookie almost.
Really,
It's not
just
that
draws
soft.
all the moisture out of
That
it.
comes in handy during the off season
Yeah,
for those
it
Christmas
does.
tree cakes.
25 years from now, and you want little Debbie snack cake
when they're not making them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that's really a little Debbie snack cake jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really like a cookie.
Yeah.
It's just like a hard cookie.
It has a crunch to
Yeah.
it, and I mean everything from collard greens to calendula flowers. That
To what?
calendula
Calendula.
And
flowers.
what is that? I'm
It's,
a city boy.
Okay, calendula is it's a flower that we can grow here in
In the winter.
Alabama in the wintertime.
Really?
And it looks like a mum. It's in the mum family, but it has some amazing medicinal purposes when it comes to skin care.
Really?
And so we have started growing it and harvesting it, and
You freeze dry it?
we freeze dry it and then turn it into soaps and lotions.
Oh, you don't
and,
eat it.
And balms.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That is so cool.
I saw somebody freeze dry Skittles the other
yeah.
day.
Swell up
Do y'all
real
do that
big.
too? Yeah.
That's
We
one
have
of-
done candy before too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have someone that actually freeze dries candy for us, and
Mm-hmm.
we're able to sell it to our Cog Squad on our website
Cog Squad. I
Cog
love that.
Squad,
Do you get a lot of visitors?
from outside the gate. We do
Outside
have
the
a
gate.
gate,
Yep.
and we keep the gate closed.
But we do get a lot of visitors.
They
Yes.
come and just look over the gate,
Yes.
look in on
And-
you.
and
They
we-
don't just come in the
No,
property.
we got a gate, and we do welcome it. We got a little farm stand at the driveway that people come to. It's got eggs and our honey and other stuff we'll put out there. Coffee.
Now, do you do your own honey?
Yes.
Yes.
Really? You're
Well,
beekeepers
our
too?
beekeepers do it for us, but we
Oh.
do have bees on our
property. Beehives on your property.
Mhm. Yep.
Wow. What are they eating around there? Is it clover? Is it?
Oh gosh,
You know
you'll
what
be
it-
surprised how
You
much
know,
stuff.
people don't realize that privet.
Privet,
right.
is
Chinese
a
privet.
big source of food for bees.
And
I
trees.
did not know that.
A lot
Privet.
of
A
and
lot of
trees.
trees.
And trees?
Yes.
Yeah,
You'll be
people
What do they
surprised.
get
People
pollen?
think
A lot of
flowers, but
trees. Yep.
It's a lot of trees.
Do y'all have any pawpaws?
We do growing in the wild, yes.
Yeah, I just planted 2 pawpaw
Did you?
trees. Yeah, I've been fascinated with pawpaws, and there's a little history with pawpaws with my family because you know the Hatfield McCoy feud.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me get my greats right. My great grandfather was the co-head of the Hatfields. His name was Bad Jim Vance, and he tied 3 young McCoys to a pawpaw tree and murdered them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was a psychopath. That's my people. Anyway,
I was about to be
Good morning,
jealous
everybody.
because
so
Jason's family didn't. Well, you got him topped.
yeah, well, you do? Does he?
No.
okay.
Speaking
I
of the
got
story
him
about the
topped.
cemetery.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
you
that's
did.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, yeah, I'm not real proud. Of course, I started doing genealogy when the computers came in years ago because I didn't know anything about my mom and dad's side. I started doing genealogy. I found nothing but horse thieves and prostitutes. And that was just mom and dad. So I didn't go any further back than that. That's as far as I wanted to go. So then I
He
found
went into
out.
radio, which really is not much different.
No, you're right.
You know,
So I did find out about those Hatfields and Bad Jim Vance. So anyway, I've decided I've actually seen the pawpaw tree that happened.
Really?
Yeah, I've been up.
How big is it now?
It's not that big. It's
They
right by
don't
the
grow.
river, by the big
I
sandy
got you.
river.
I was
in
wondering how
West
big
Virginia.
they got. I know they didn't get too big.
This one, they can get pretty big.
Really?
They're more bush
Yeah.
tree than they are tree.
And you know why they never been popular?
Because they don't last, do
They
they?
don't last. The
Yeah, you
fruit
can't-
doesn't last.
You
Yeah.
can't, you got to
You
get
only
them
got a
and
couple
eat
of
them, and they're
days and that's
done.
it, yeah.
A couple of days in the fridge,
That's
and they're
it.
done. They're very mushy. They're
Yeah.
very pudding-like.
They are.
But I'm fascinated. So I've planted 2.
Awesome.
You got to have 2 because they don't self-pollinate.
cross-pollinate, okay.
And so I'm gonna see what happens if they'll grow over the next couple of years.
That's awesome.
Y'all better look out.
Y'all gonna have
it.
pawpaws everywhere.
Pawpaws.
I hope to get to the point that I can be a mushy pawpaw. Now that I think about
I
it.
am a mushy
You're a
pawpaw.
mushy-
I've already got grandkids, and I am mushy
goodness, that's
pawpaw.
hilarious.
Yeah. So this is great. Now tell me about your children's channel you're working on.
The kids channel is it was a friend of mine suggested it, and the way he suggested it was y'all do a kids channel and just show the animals. And I was like, man, that's a good idea.
It is.
And then I was like, well, I'm just gonna do a kids channel because I didn't see any farming kids channels out there on YouTube.
That's
And
true.
then I started
I
doing
hadn't
some
thought of
research.
that.
There's really none out there. And I was like, man, this is a great idea. And so I started the kids channel, and it is really kind of blown up. Really is it's gotten really crazy, and I've gotten so many messages from parents because, and I didn't even know I was doing this. So apparently, the big thing is with children's channels and children's content is flash and color. They want to keep their attention, so the attention spans are really small in a child. So what channels are doing now, or companies are doing, is a lot of flash colors, a lot of jump cuts, just really fast
Keep
paced
their attention.
to keep their attention. And there's a lot of parents out there that don't like this because the kids really aren't learning
Well, it's like
anything. They're just
ADD.
being-
I mean, it's like training them
they're
to
kind
not
of being
have.
hypnotized. You know, they're not learning anything. Basically, it's just all the colors and stuff. And the way I was doing it was it's really a slow paced, a lot like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
And that's how. And so I got a lot of feedback from parents, and they're like, "We are so glad that you're doing this because it's so much slow paced, and it's not. It's their brains are not getting."
And are you doing this with your animals?
It's
and
all the animals.
All that stuff.
Yep.
That's great.
It's all the animals. And this year, 2026, we're going to really dive deep and do a whole lot more with the kids channel this year.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. I think our kids need it. You know, I think one of the worst things that's happened to children is tablets, and because 99% of what's on it is trash.
Yeah.
Thank God you're producing something that will give them meaning and give them tell them a story
Yes.
and teach them interaction, because kids nowadays don't even know how to look at each other and talk.
Right.
They text. They're so ADD. By doing that, you're talking to them. And I want to say something to both of y'all too. I've watched a lot of your stuff over the last few days, and getting ready to talk to you here. You guys do a phenomenal job of being real and just talking to people like people. I love that. And it draws you in and it centers you. Instead of being so glib, y'all are just real people. And boy, do we need more of that in this world today.
We appreciate that.
Well, you do a great
Absolutely
job, both
appreciate
of you.
Thank you.
You know, me and Brooke have said, you know, once this thing got going and all the feedback we would get from people that love the show, and we realized that we're here to make people happy, make people smile, and that release. You know, I forget when this was, but it was a company that I'm friends with, and the guy that owns it's Hoss Tools. It's a garden company. And he invited us to come over and tour his facilities and stuff. And we've become really good friends with him. And me and him, we're sitting down in his office. And the first thing he says is, you know, he looked at me, he said, you know what? He said, you have no idea. He said, but what y'all are doing is unreal. He said, because people sit down and they've had a bad day, they're stressed out, you know, something is on their mind, and they can sit down and watch y'all, and it all goes away.
Bingo.
And that hit home right then. I'll never forget that when he told me that.
We've decided early on we would never veer away from who we are. We would never try to create content that wasn't actually happening.
No drama.
And we'll stick to it.
Yeah.
It's not something that we're interested in.
I think it's phenomenal. Now, I will lie like a dog. I mean, sorry.
He will. It's true.
It's true. I based my whole career on lying like a dog.
That's funny.
But I think it's phenomenal. And you were he is your buddy's right. I sat and watched your videos and checked around to go back and forward and stuff. And I end up smiling the whole time. I really do, because it's so enjoyable to see real people doing real things with a great attitude. And so thank you for that. Now, for folks who are listening to us or watching us, how can they get in on Cog Hill Farms? How can you have lots of opportunities for them to connect.
We really do. We're out there on every platform, whatever social media that you enjoy. Mainly YouTube is our bread, and that's our core course, YouTube. You can just Google us. We'll come up. Our website's there. Everything's on our website. But YouTube, we put out something every single day on YouTube.
7 days a
7
week.
days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Does that feel like
7 days a week.
pressure, or is it's just become part of your lives?
It's become part of our lives.
We do what we love, and it doesn't feel like work. So
Yeah.
7 days a week it's not a work week. It's a vacation.
Well, they say
every
if
day
you do what
because
you
we
love,
it.
you never go to work a day in your life.
That's right.
Exactly
Now,
right.
feeding all the animals and cleaning up, that's some work, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It is work.
It is
It
work.
is. I mean, it may be pleasant, you love doing it, but it's work.
It
work.
is.
That's hard. I can't imagine that you two and your daughter can handle all that what you've got to do. And animals don't take a vacation. They don't
Never
go away.
take a vacation.
It's every day, 365.
That's
is.
right.
It
They depend
really
on
is.
us.
So, do you ever take a vacation?
We do plan way ahead of time and get things, and we have
You got
farm
friends and
help.
folks that can
Yes.
help you
Have
while
to.
you're gone?
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine, not
It's a big
ever
deal.
getting away from it a little bit.
Yeah. Even like a 2-day trip's a big deal.
Yeah, they have to go through Cog Hill Farm feeding school to get
Yes.
to
Do
the
they
point
really?
because there's so
Absolutely.
many different things that have to be done.
So many different
I was
things.
about to say the dog at home when we're gone for a few days thinks that we've actually left forever.
Right.
So how do the pigs react when y'all? I mean,
We
how
have-
do the animals respond when y'all
We
are
have
gone for a
one
few
pig
days?
that's been with us longer than any
Any other
animal.
animal.
We can't.
Peaches
we
is her
can't
name.
forget
Peaches?
this-
Peaches.
Yes,
She's the
Peaches.
farm boss. She runs the whole farm.
She's the oldest animal that we have, and she is not fond of anyone but Jason, myself, and our daughter.
Really? She's
Yes.
that loyal.
Anybody else that comes around, she has to let them know you
She's
are
the boss.
not.
Yeah.
you're
She's
not-
the boss.
Yeah,
She's the boss.
Wow. Peaches. How old is Peaches?
she's
She's-
11.
10, going to be 11 soon. Yeah.
What's the lifespan of a pig?
Could be 20. Yeah.
She's well taken care of.
Yeah,
She has
she's-
mineral oil and an additive called Luberson
She
that
gets a
helps her joints.
Flintstone vitamin every morning. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite flavor?
Any flavor for her.
Yeah,
She's a pig.
she's a
a mess.
special girl.
She is special. She
That is
lives
so
with the
cool.
horse, one of the
Does
horses.
she get along with all the other pigs?
No.
No, we
no,
have to
no,
separate her.
No.
She must
No.
feel like she is the boss.
She literally is the boss.
She is the boss.
Has the Miss Piggy mentality. Then
Yes.
she is the all-star. I guess.
Big time. Yes.
We had worked at a church over in West Jefferson County, out in Hueytown. Name was Crossroad Baptist Church, and we had our offices were in a little house up the hill from the main church building. And one of the neighbors down the street, by the way, the road was Stumptown Road, was the name of the road they lived on. They had a pig, but it wasn't a pot. This one was gigantic, and it was a pet. It slept on an old couch on the front
believe it.
porch.
Oh my
I
goodness.
believe it.
And it would wander the neighborhood like a dog, and none of the dogs in the neighborhood would mess with it.
How
It
about
was
that?
surly. Loved people, hated all the other animals. And I cannot tell you how many times I rolled into the parking lot to go to work, and that pig would be laid out across the steps going into the church office.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Not what you would expect to find.
That is
the pig
funny.
and I became. That's the sound of a book. The pig and I. The pig and I became quite good friends
That is
over the
funny.
years.
That's
is-
so
Yep.
cool.
I got a quick story. I know we got to leave soon, but quick story about Peaches. So every year, Peaches predicts the Super Bowl winner. Every year, and it's been a thing for, 10 years probably, because our YouTube, we're getting a close 10 years now on YouTube, and this is y'all would not believe. So I print out Peaches papers like the logo of who the Super Bowl, Eagles versus the Patriots or whatever. And then I'll put a treat under each thing, and then Peaches goes to one. And at one time, she was like 6 in a row. Yeah, it was crazy. But y'all would not believe the hate mail. What? It is hilarious that our pig gets because she picks against the other
No,
pig. It
what
is-
people?
y'all-
No way. Are you kidding
no,
me?
it is it is so funny at the people that get, oh no, your pig, it's just, that pig doesn't know anything. I'm like, because people get so serious about it. And then this is what's even funnier. So here recently, Peaches has kind of been on a losing streak. So the Eagle fans would come back and say, I told you your pig was crazy. They come back. It is so funny. I get
That's
so
actually how
tickled
they
every year.
That's how they fund the farm. They take the pig to Vegas twice a year.
Oh goodness.
That is amazing.
It's
that
so
people are,
funny. Oh, it's hilarious. I love it.
let me ask you then. You've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Yes.
You've getting a lot of feedback all the time, more and more, I'm sure, since you're getting more and more popular. Has anything really surprised you besides people being that crazy about the pig picking the Super
The
Bowl?
biggest surprise for us has been the meet and greets.
The what?
The meet and greets. The meet and greets. Well, we've done several at Pedals from the Past, and the unreal.
Is it just you two, or do you take any animals with
No,
you or
it's
anything?
it's just us two. This past one and the first one was around a 3-hour wait
No
to meet
way.
us.
Does that amaze you?
Oh, it's
Oh yeah, it
very
floors us.
It's
amazing.
got to be. You've got to be proud that people feel that connected to you. That
It's
says something
humbling.
about.
It humbles you to the core.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I hate to see people standing in a line. I just want to just go hug every one of them.
Yes.
And, them not have to wait. I just
Yeah, you don't. You want it to be more of a gathering than
Yeah,
a
certainly.
formal
exactly
wait in line to see us.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
they don't do that unless you mean something to them.
That's
and
right.
what you're providing them, probably when they started, was something they didn't realize they needed.
Right.
But now it's not just entertainment. When you have that kind of connection, it's almost like you've become part of their family.
Yep.
We get told that
All the
time
time.
and time again.
All the time.
Yeah.
That shows you the hunger and the need for what you're doing, being real and sharing your life with people. Nothing, made up. It's all real and it's just real life. And I think people really appreciate that. You talked about having goats. I've always wanted a goat. Are goats good pets?
Goats are very hard
That's
to
Are they?
raise. You think you can put a goat in a pile of weeds and let them go to town?
Yeah.
That's all the nutrition they need, and that is so far from the truth.
Is it?
Yeah.
They are very hard and very finicky.
Very finicky.
Are they really goats? I thought they did anything.
No,
That's the
that's the common
misconception.
I wanted a goat for years, and I lived at the time in Alabaster in city limits, And I was on the air talking about wanting a goat, and the mayor called me. And he said that I could not have a goat where I live because I was in the city limits. I put him on the air. He said, you can have up to 6 chickens, and you can have dogs and cats. And there was something else. But he said, you can't have what's considered barnyard animals. I said, that's okay. I've got a fix for that. I said, I'm going to get a pygmy goat. I'm going to take it down to my groomer for my dog and have it cut like a poodle. And I'm going to tell everybody it's a cloven hoof poodle.
Oh, goodness.
He said, just don't tell me about it.
Oh, goodness.
So my poor wife doesn't know that I'm talking about wanting a goat on the air, right? And she's a banker, vice president of a little bank in Montevallo. She's sitting there minding her own business that morning, and a woman knocks on the door and comes just burst in her office, and she says, can I help you? She doesn't know the woman at all. And the woman says, put her hand on her hip and said, you let Dollar Bill have that goat he wants, and walked out. And my wife's going, what in the world? So
that's
I
great.
still want a goat.
That's great.
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
live in Columbiana downtown, so I don't know if I'm
You
going to be
need
able.
more than one.
You gotta have 2
Why?
because they're herding animals.
Like, so they got to have they'll be
gotta have a
lonely
partner.
without one.
That'll be lonely.
Yep. Wow.
Imagine seeing Dollar Bill walking around his front yard with 2 goats. That's his pack.
That's
That's
his pack.
Dollar Bill's pack.
Yeah, that would be pretty good because if you ever saw me after I got wet, I smell like a wet goat.
I'd be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
They
be
might
careful.
like me
Yeah.
a lot. Well, this has been absolutely a joy to talk with both of y'all, and I wish you best of luck. Anything you're doing is wonderful. I hope you have continued success and happiness in the new year. I hope you can handle everything beautifully. I don't know how you do it, but we sure thank you for being on with us, and we'd like for you to come back and give us updates once in a while.
We'd love
Absolutely.
to.
We've already discussed it. We want to come back.
We want you back,
Yes.
and we want you to let everybody join in with you and be part of your family because I love it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're an official member of the Cog Squad.
Am I
right.
Cog
Yeah, the
Squad?
Cog Squad.
That's right.
We'll make
You've
you a
added
t-shirt
another
next
new.
time.
You've added an old goat to the family.
Yeah, you got an old goat.
Well, we'll take all the old goats that want us.
And I'm not talking greatest of all time goat. I'm talking goat. No, really, thank you so much
Thank
for being
y'all
with
for
us.
having
We
us.
love it. Cog Hill Farms.
Cog Hill Farm.
Look it up. You can see them on Instagram, I think. I know you're on
Everywhere.
TikTok, aren't you?
Facebook.
Yeah, everything.
Everywhere. Yep.
Y'all are great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more coming up. Thanks for being with us on Piper Peach Radio and this morning's Morning Mayhem, Cog Hill Farms. Check them out.